Good afternoon, students. We are meeting again after a gap of 2-3 days. So let us do one thing because the French Revolution is a very big chapter. So let's revise what we have learned till now so that we can be clear with this and then we can move ahead. So to start with, when we talk about the French Revolution, the first thing was the introduction, which you remember that 14 July 1789 what happened. The troops came into the city of Paris, they stormed there, and it was a rumor that they will open fire on the citizens of Paris. So 7,000 people made a military group and then they destroyed the Bastille, which was a fortress prison. This was the introduction. But why was this why did this French Revolution occur? So there were three causes. First was social cause. Now when you talk about social cause, it was the society, because the society was divided into three estates. First estate, second estate, third estate. First estate was generally made up of clergy or people from church, and they did not pay any kind of taxes, but they used to give some money to the government or the monarch as a gift. The second estate, which was almost of 2% of people, they were all nobility who were having administrative duties, and they were rich people. They also paid very little taxes to the government. The third estate, which was the majority, that is 97% almost, they were the poor and middle class people, and they used to pay a lot of taxes to the government. And these taxes, you know what are the names? Tithes and tallies. So this was a social cause. Now economic cause. In economic cause, we had seen about the subsistence crisis, because it was very difficult for them to survive because of bad harvest, because of bad season. They used to the food grains were less, so the prices gone up, and it was very difficult for the people to live. It was causing an economic damage for them. Then was the political cause. Here we can correlate with the tennis court oath, where the third estate people came together and they sought that they should get equal representation in the assembly, which was denied by the other two estates. So then they took a tennis court oath where they said that until and unless we make the constitution of France, we will not disperse from here. Then we had seen the topic of growing middle class. So middle class people were whom? These were the traders, businessmen, not only traders and businessmen, but also teachers, lawyers, doctors. These were the growing middle class. They were more educated, more intellectual. So what they did, they used to discuss the things what the government was doing and what was happening in the France, the situation. And then they sought that the privileges which are given by the birth to the nobility and clergy, or the first estate and second estate, it should not be there. People should get rights, or they should get the privileges based on the merit, but not based on the birth. Right? So then they formed clubs and they started discussing all these things. Then there was a role of philosophers. We had seen three philosophers: John Locke, we had seen, then we had seen Rousseau, Montesquieu. These all framed a kind of society which should have equality. People should be equal. There should be no privileges based on birth. So they wanted equal rights. They fought for it. Then there was outbreak of revolution. The outbreak of revolution, again we can reconnect the three things. The tennis court oath was there, subsistence crisis was there, and the incident which happened on 14 July 1789. These three things in the rural or urban areas, these three things started the outbreak of revolution. But in the countryside also what happened, there were rumors that the nobility, they are sending some goons or bands of brigands, they will destroy their crops. So what they did, they looted the hoarded grain from the chitao. Chitao means where the castle or a kind of big house, or nowadays we call it like farmhouses. So they went there, they killed the nobility, they took out all the hoarded grains, they burnt all the documents, all these things happened. So revolution happened in both the places, urban as well as the countryside. This was about the outbreak of revolution. Now France becomes a constitutional monarchy. What happened? Because of this outbreak of revolution, the monarch, who was Louis XVI, on 4th August 1789, he surrendered. He said that, okay, I will be ready to make a constitution, or to follow the constitution. So he was ready to do this. So now France became an constitutional monarchy. So they constituted a constitution or they drafted a constitution in 1791. Now, what was this constitution, or what was the political things there? Only 4 million people out of 28 million people were able to vote now. These 4 million people will indirectly vote. What they will do? They will elect 50,000 electors. Now these 50,000 electors will again give vote, and they will choose 745 National Assembly members. Understood? So it was an indirect voting system, and the people, 4 million people, were called as active citizens. Those were citizens who were able to pay at least 3 days of a laborer's wage as tax. So in other words, we can say the political scenario went into the, or political situation was controlled by the wealthy people or rich people who were able to pay taxes, but poor people were not able to were not able to vote, and they were called as passive citizens. So this was about the when France became a constitutional monarchy. Here they had organs like legislative, executive and judiciary, and the power was not absolute of monarch, it was distributed. Now the last thing which we had seen was France abolishes monarchy and becomes a republic. Then they made certain rights were given. Then what happened? Although Louis XVI did, though he was a constitutional monarch, he joined hand with the neighboring countries like Austria and Prussia. So when National Assembly came to know it, now why he joined hands, what he thought, ki if with help of them we can re-establish monarchy here. And even Austria and Prussia thought that if France has become a constitutional monarchy, tomorrow our people will also protest, and we also have to follow the constitutional monarchy. So they joined hands. But then later on, when National Assembly came to know this, what they did? They waged a war against Austria and Prussia. In this, all the people, thousands of volunteers came into this, and they started fighting. Here they sang a song called Marseillaise. We started from Marseillaise, and today also Marseillaise is the national anthem of France. Fine. Now here also many people they started discussing that the political situation is not right because all the wealthy people are getting the right to vote. It should be given to all people. Then they formed clubs, and in this formation there was an important club, one of the important club, which was Jacobean Club, and its leader was Maximilien Robespierre. Fine, remember this name because in the next video we will start with this, the government of Jacobean clubs. Then on August 10, what they did, 1789, they stormed into, 1791, they stormed into the palace of Tuileries. They made the monarch as a hostage. They killed the guards, and then the National Assembly drafted a new thing which was said as republic. They said France is a republic, and every person, every adult, every man who is 21 years of age and above is able to vote now. Whether he will pay taxes or not, now he is able to vote. So this was a kind of universal adult franchise came into existence there in France. So it became so monarchy was totally abolished. First what was there? It was monarchy. Then it became constitutional monarchy. Now this was abolished, and they formed a republic where everyone was equal. The rights were given to them, to the citizens, but the rights were given only to men who were 21 years of age and above to vote. Women were still not allowed to vote. So this was the story of French Revolution till now. Because history is okay. Now the problem is this is a very lengthy chapter. We started with this, so we have to keep the sequence in your mind. Maybe you can skip one or two unimportant sequences, but these are all important things which you should know and you should remember. So this was all which we have gone through. I have sent you notes. Hope you have written all the notes. Maybe I'll ask you to send it to me after completion of the chapter. Thank you. In the next video or next class, we will go ahead from this. It will be the reign of terror. Like, let me show you what are the things. Sorry. So now we are we are going towards the end now. Maybe 2 videos maximum, 2 or 3 videos maximum, and we will complete this. The reign of terror, a directory rules France, women revolution, abolition of slavery, very important. These 4. Then we'll go to revolution in everyday life, not so important. Rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, very important because this is connected with your next year's chapter. And legacy of French Revolution. Fine, these points are remaining. Maybe within 2-3 days we'll complete the chapter. Then we'll go with notes I have already given till now. For the notes will be given, question answer, important question answers will be given to you, and then we will go with an online test for this. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.